Say we are going up. We are going up. We're going up together. We're going up together. We're going up to conquer. In the name of the Lord. In the name of the Lord. Say we are going up. We are going up. We're going up together. We're going up together. We're going up to conquer. In the name of the Lord. In the name of the Lord. Don't talk, no. Don't talk defeat to me. Don't talk defeat to me. I am a child of God. And I've got the victory. And I've got the victory. So don't talk, no. Don't talk defeat to me. To me, I am a child of God, and I've got the victory, and I've got the victory. I am a warrior, I am a conqueror, I'm an overcomer. In the name of the Lord, in the name of the Lord, I am a warrior.
You know what is interesting, Nadine? You've been playing these songs for so long and nobody knows who you are. People hear the nice voice of Nadine and a nice soothing voice of Nadine. But nobody knows who you are. Nadine, I'm going to interview you for 2 minutes. Tell me, who is Nadine Blair?
I'm a warrior.
So Nadine is who essentially takes care of us here every Wednesday morning. She's on the what do you call it over there? The console.
The console, yeah.
And she brings up all the songs and manages everything. She's a really nice lady, but she's a hiding lady. She don't want nobody to know who she be. Nadine, how long have you been doing this?
Forever. 30 years at Love and one.
So Love has been around for 30 years?
Yes. This is our 30th.
But Love almost as old as me?
Yes. We're playing catch up.
Wow. What has it been like though?
Awesome. Love reaching out to the people and love engaging and uplifting. And that's what it's all about. If we can hear somebody say that song or that thing that you said spared me, good.
Well, I really want to thank you, Nadine. I really want to show you appreciation today. Today is a day of giving thanks. We're giving thanks for the wonderfulness that is all around us, for the love, affection, and loyalty of the people who support us. We're giving thanks for life. We're also giving thanks for the goodness of God's grace. Mm-hmm. And we're also giving thanks that Tanisha Ingleton has just walked into the room. And I want to thank you, Dr. Ingleton. Dr. Ingleton, brand new, fresh out of the package. Dr. Taneisha Ingleton is the, what is the word now? Executive director or managing director? What's the difference between an executive director and a managing director?
Because the entities merged, it's a larger entity. We have 3 entities operating in one, so the mandate is bigger, the budget, the spend is more, and so that's why it's a managing director and not an executive director.
So if I wanted to be something, I should aim to be a managing director and not an executive director,
or a general manager.
So which one is I, a general manager?
I think they're on the same level, essentially.
Well, you're not this man. You need to tell me. So if I was to move up the ladder now, so you have general manager, you have executive director. Oh God.
All right. So a GM and an MD would be in the same category.
Right.
A little below that would be an ED. An executive director is essentially a CEO of a small organization. And then below that, a president would also be in the same category as a GM or MD.
The president.
That is right.
Not the prime minister. Now I get myself in a trouble this morning.
No.
All right. No. Dr. Taneisha Ingleton is the newly minted Managing Director of the Human Employment Resource Training Trust National Skills Training Agency, or for short, HEART-NSTA. She took on the job in August 2022. Yeah, is it anniversary?
I celebrated that August 1 last week, Friday.
So you were emancipated when you joined HEART.
That is right.
So wonderful. No, the reason why Tanisha is here, if I can call you Tanisha,
that is not a challenge,
is that Tanisha this morning, along with Minister Favour Williams, and also Minister Dana Morris Dixon launched a very important initiative. But she doesn't know that we don't start off that way on this program. We usually start off by fasting our people business. And she's going to tell us all about her personal life. So Jamaica are you from?
I am from Frankfield, Clarendon.
Yeah, me tell you, the Clarendon people, them actually place, you know. You know that? You know I'm from Clarendon too.
You are?
Yes, man. I feel good people come from Clarendon.
Yes, that
but
is
not
true.
the Mapen part. The Mapen people them kind of problematic. A joke. So you were from Frankfield. Which high school did you go to?
I went to Edwin Allen High School, Champ School.
We're not gonna rate for that one.
And I also went to Glenmere High School to do sixth form.
So why you pass Clarendon College and go all the way to Mapen?
Because you and I know that in those days it was really Edwin Allen Glenmere, we had primacy of place.
I'm not sure
in
about
those
that.
days.
I'm not sure about that, but you can say anything you want to say. So you went to Edwin Allen, and then you went to another school in Mapen. And what was your? Did you play sports? Did you play quiz? Did you do any extracurricular?
You know that I was always an academic, so
Right.
I did a little track and field at Edwin Allen because you had to do that. If you go to Edwin Allen, you have to do some track and field. So I did that, but I always came third. Every single race, I would come third.
Right.
So I was never recognized as one to go to champs. I was just always falling behind in third place.
Or maybe you do it intentionally because you never want to go champ. So tell me, how did you end up at HEART though? And as this is such a big organization that caters to over 100,000 young people every year, how did you end up at HEART? Because I know you're coming from another place.
Yes, I'm coming from another place. But I believe that HEART is a calling. Just before HEART, I was at the Caribbean Maritime University, and in that capacity, I was Vice President of Administration and University Registrar. So I was essentially Chief Operations Officer of the university. I managed human resources, I managed ICT, I managed security, I was in charge of the secretariat and every single university function. So the experience there was wide and far-reaching. I got an opportunity to really expand my ideas, my perspectives, and to really take the university to a very good level. To date, I get phone calls from the employees thanking me for my service, and I also got that from the board and my colleagues. So I really did a great job at CMU, and then I was called to HEART. In that, I, like anybody else, I saw an advert. I before HEART, I was at the Ministry of Education as the Director Principal for the National College for Educational Leadership, and in that capacity, I was responsible for essentially capacitating principals, helping them to do their job better, designing programs.
Hold on. Somebody say you're a former teacher.
Yes.
But you never told us that.
And see, I have a student there too.
So you were a teacher as well?
I taught at all the levels except primary. So I did the secondary level, I did the undergraduate level, and I did the PhD level.
What did you teach?
So I taught Spanish in
You
high
speak
school.
Spanish?
Yes, I can say that I kind of leave it alone, but yes, I am.
So can you tell us something?
Seriously.
Personally, no hablo español. But or do you say good morning in Spanish again, Nadine? Buenos
Buenos
dias.
Yes.
Buenos dias.
Yes.
Is it Senora? You're not married, are you married?
Yes, I'm
Buenos dias,
Senora
Ingleton.
Ingleton.
What
Yes.
would you say in response to me?
I would say Buenos dias, Senor Morgan.
Gracias. I mean, just me more, but so we will leave it right there. No, so you taught at every level.
Yes, except
So
the
you-
primary level.
so you
yes.
understand-
all the way up to the PhD.
So you understand what young people need because you've been in the classroom, you've interacted with them.
Yes,
Is HEART giving the young people what they need?
we are giving the young people what they need. The young people need hands-on experience, and that is what the trust is about, offering them experiential training where they are in the labs, doing the work, discovering for themselves, innovating, coming up with new ideas. From the Heart Trust, we have some great designers. We have Melissa Moses, and she does handbags and designer bags, and she was trained right there in the Garmix Academy. If you all know Chef Lumley, he came right out of Heart, right? And it was that experiential learning within the trust that propelled his career that he would have spoken about so often. And so many people, at the debate, at the presentation this morning, the cameraman from JIS said to me that, Doc, it was Heart that I went to that has given me this career, this instrument that I now have, taking beautiful photographs and making memories. I got this training from Heart. So that is what the trust is about. It is about providing opportunities for young people and helping them to really do what they really desire to do. So their passion comes to the fore when they come to Heart.
So let me ask this question now. So Heart trains young people with skills.
Yes.
How do I, as a young person, get
I don't know if you're a young person. You're a young person.
I'm still a young person. Leave me alone.
So we are very accessible. And so if we're talking about young people, we have to go where they are. Where are they? They're on social media. They're on Instagram. They are on TikTok. Heart is on TikTok.
Good morning to TikTok.
Good morning, TikTok. Heart is on TikTok. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook for the older ones like Minister Morgan.
No, listen. I try my very best to be, even if I'm not young in age, I'm young at heart. You know, I did the bob last night in my constituency. I did the bob dance, and people say me do it half a good. So at least me half a young.
Half a young.
Half a young.
But we do have a special place for individuals like Minister Morgan. If you want to change your career, Heart is the place to be. We are about lifelong learning, and that there's a TVET ecosystem, which is really from early childhood all the way to death. And so once you have life within you, you can come to Heart. We graduated individuals at age 73, 75, and so certainly there's a place for you at Heart.
So listen, I have a man in so let's use me as an example. Now, it's a fake story, not real. So I go out with this guy every day, and him is a plumber, and him teach me everything about plumbing. And me say, all right, boss, me I go to town, go look at work. And the people in my town say, boy, you have to get certified to be a plumber. But me say, yo, but you can call me, say, so-and-so a country, him can tell us I can do the work. If people say, them can't hire me unless I am certified. Can Heart help me to get certified to be a plumber, even if me know the plumbing already?
Definitely. So Heart recognizes your competencies. We call it prior learning assessment. So you would have been doing this for years. You are great at it. You don't have a certificate. We will come to you. You do not need to come to us. We come into your space and we take you through what we refer to as our prior learning assessment. So we will give you a particular, activity to do within that. And we observe you right there on spot and certify you. $0.
That's not. Yeah.
Is there such a thing as $0?
No, but like seriously, like, so when they come, they don't have to pay any money?
They don't have to pay any money, and we can come to them.
So they don't need to come to you. They just arrange, and you will come to. Let's say they're working on a work site. So like if I have a construction company and I have some young people on my site, and I want them certified, I can call Heart.
That's a perfect space because you would have had everything already lined up. You would have had, the area would have already been well outfitted. And so we just come in and do our assessment. We'll communicate the standards. We'll let you know what we're looking for. It is not in any way intimidating because this is what you do. You are teaching us. This is what you do. We're only assessing you against certain standards. And if there are gaps, then the trust will engage you and fill those gaps.
What do you call that? What is the? Is there a category for that type?
Yes, it's called prior learning assessment.
So for those who know the thing already and they want certification. All right, so I just left sixth form. I don't necessarily want to go to university because I love the masonry thing and I love all of them something there. Can Heart help me?
Yes, Heart can help you. So you just left sixth form, you like masonry, you like welding. It's a simple thing. You apply to us and let us know what your interest is. We'll take you through our regular diagnostic testing to see where the gaps are, and we will enroll you to do that which you need to do. It costs $0.
It's free.
Yes. Is there such a thing as $0?
Well,
You have that. You don't have that note, do you?
No, I don't have the. Nigel never give us $0 banknote. We need to ask Nigel for a $0
Yes.
banknote. So when them come out, them just give the $0 banknote. So you're saying that it sounds like a majority of the HEART programs are free.
All the HEART programs are free up to level 4.
Level 4 is what level?
That is an associate degree.
Oh, so level 4 like tertiary.
That's right.
So from the lowest level, which is like level 1, customer service,
Yes.
whatever, to this almost to the highest level.
Almost to the highest level.
So if I want to be certified in nursery, it's free. If I want to be certified in plumbing, it's free. If I want to be certified in driving a tractor.
Project management.
Okay.
Project management. If you want to know how to manage a business, you have been a contractor. You have been a contractor out there in the informal economy. You need training in terms of how to manage your employees, develop your business plans. It's free.
Do people know that it's free, though, Nadine?
I don't think many do.
So you can just.
Many do, but many.
So like enough of the youth, them when sit on the corner, them can just walk down. By the way, you give them stipend, not true?
We have categories that we do give stipends
So you're
to.
paying them to go to school.
Essentially, but it's all about human development. It's about, we recognize that you have to ensure that there's personal development and social development to have economic development. So we recognize that you need that in order for us to advance as a country. Our young people have to be capacitated. So that's part of the mandate.
So tell me something. Paula Fuller 287 on TikTok is asking if there are any online training facilities available through her.
Yes, we do. We have the hybrid programs. Some programs we call them hybrid, as in that's online and face-to-face. We also have programs that are 100% online, and we have programs that are straight face-to-face.
Agriculture.
Yes, agriculture. What we're talking about agriculture now.
It's free too?
Agriculture is free. Crop production is free. And we have outfitted the labs at Ebony Park.
Too fast.
Okay. So
training for crop production and animal husbandry and all of those things.
Soil testing, tissue culture, all of those high level ones free. Free of cost.
Is that your middle name now? Tanisha. So all right, so where do they go to get the agriculture? Because a lot of young people are now interested in agriculture.
The most popular site is the Ebony Park Academy. I don't know if you know Ebony Park out there in Clarendon. Out in Maypen, that our minister don't like so much. Right, so
we love Maypen. It's just that sometimes the youth them are Maypen behave away. So we are trying to bring back Maypen to a level keel and have some programs in there for the young people, which is why HEART is so important, because a lot of the young youths in the communities around Maypen, they need opportunities. And I wish they're listening to these programs. I wish they're on your TikTok and your Instagram.
But there's another thing. Yes. It's residential training too. So you actually get to live on the campus.
So Ebony is residential?
Ebony is residential because you have to wake up at 2 a.m. and milk the cow. There's a particular time of the day that you have to milk. So you have 2 a.m. in the morning, 2 p.m. in the evening. And so you get all of that training.
So somebody is asking if you place graduates when you train them in jobs.
Yes, we do. We place them in jobs. The person
said the corporate Jamaica don't want a HEART training. But I know that is not true. Because I know a lot of corporate people who wait on HEART to graduate the people them to come and gobble them up.
That is true. And the PSOJ minister is on board with us. They will be getting some of the participants from the LIFT program, and they would have spoken highly. We have an MOU with ATL.
You can't start the movie with a big scene. You have to ramp up. So we're going to reach to LIFT, LIFT like we call it in the music thing, the crescendo. Not true, Nadine? So you play music until you reach a crescendo. So when I reach the lift yet. So tell me, so you have, how many offices you have across Jamaica?
We have 26 institutions.
26?
26.
And that's all across the island?
That's all across the island, yes.
Right. And how many campuses do you have? I know you have Ebony Park.
We call them training-based enterprises. Right. So we have 7 training-based enterprises.
All right. So tell me now, what is the major area of training that HEART engages in? What is the in demand? What is it that every young person seems to want to get involved in?
we are seeing uptick in construction services,
Right.
building. We're also seeing uptick in the beauty industry. So individuals want to learn to do makeup artistry, because that is making a lot of money.
That lady out there, no, I don't need it.
Massage therapy is also growing. The allied health industry, the hospitality industry, down there at the Cardiff Hotel and Spa, we find that before we even finish training them, they are getting jobs on the Montego Bay stretch, right there, the hip strip.
Of people like that in Montego Bay, they don't have anybody to do construction of the hotels. I saw advertisements the other day where the hospital that the building was begging people to come to be masons and plumbers because they couldn't find masons and plumbers. And I personally have the experience where I book a plumber to come to my house and him tell me it need 2 weeks. The pipe leak. It'll take 2 weeks.
But you know, Minister, we are moving into digital construction because we are recognizing that we have a different kind of young people. Perhaps in Minister's days, because he's so old, he wants to do the whole mixing.
You know, Tanisha, mixing. No, Tanisha, since I just start. Tanisha, me younger than you. Tanisha, I'm a post in the
Tell me what year you're about.
I was born in the 80s.
I was born in the 80s.
But there's two sides of the 80s. There's the first half of the 80s and the second half of the 80s. Me closer to Gilbert. Where you sit up?
I am closer to Gilbert.
No. I mean right first time of Tanisha, I mean Gilbert. Anyway, a fun way I have. Somebody asking, the basic learning to read programs, CXC and City and Guilds programs, if you could mention a little about that.
Yes, so we have what we call the high school diploma equivalency program, and you see, because the trust is all inclusive, we're about human capital development. So if it is that you did not get that opportunity to go to high school or to really finish your primary education, we take you through those basics. $0.
I really think we need a $0 currency in Jamaica. So basic learning is essentially we're starting you from the beginning.
Yes, reading, writing, we handle you right through. And we have a lot of success stories across our high school diploma equivalency
and you
program.
also provide like remedial education for those who never really finished the reading.
Yes, we do.
That's what is that called again?
That is the pathway, the high school diploma equivalency program. That's it. That's the entire structure that we take you through.
Somebody said one thing, Dr. Ingleton is a good girl. What that mean? That's on TikTok. Anyway, let us not go there. What about health and safety courses, building site? Why not standard? I don't understand. Do you have health and safety courses?
Well, we focus a lot on allied health. But in terms of the programs with construction, we do incorporate in our training safety on the construction site,
right.
In the welding site, and all of those areas are covered. As a matter of fact, those are key standards in our program development in our curriculum.
So, all right. So we're running through HEART now. So you've already told us about the fact that most of the programs are free up to the programs are free up to the sorry. You see me not used to them free thing, so you have to correct me. So all the programs are free up to the associate degree level,
yes,
which is tertiary.
That's right.
Fine, that's one. Two, you offer on-site certification.
Yes, we do.
You also help people to get the CXCs and the City and Guilds.
Yes, we
and
do.
If you have a little reading challenge, HEART can assist you.
We'll take you through.
You can go down to the residential programs like at Ebony, where you can learn tissue culture, soil testing, and so on. How do I apply?
All right. So the application, again, we're dealing with our young people and we want to meet them where they are. So we're very quick on our social media. If you send us a DM, we're going to contact you. We're going to call you. We're going to take you through. We have our regional offices. We have 6 regional offices across the island that you can go into a regional office and apply. You can call 99HEART. 99HEART, as in HEART. 99HEART, and you can get all of the information that you need. So that's
what does the HEART mean?
So that's 43278. So 876-99-43278.
So it's 876-99-43278. And this is a single number that you can use to apply to HEART. But you can also apply on the website.
Yes, you can apply on the website, and that's www.heart-nsta.org.
All right. So I know you had some challenges a couple of years ago with providing certificates. We're going to pass on this lady's name to you, but she said she did some training at Garmex in COVID, I believe, which was a rough time for us. But some of them have not received their certificate. Can you give an update on that as to when they can expect their certificate?
Okay, so she can, given that you have that information, she can message us privately, so we can look for her specifically. But we have been on a producing your certificate or picking up your certificate, kind of a certification drive. So we have certificates sitting down at the organization. So individuals just need to reach out to us. If you can't reach us, we will find a way to reach you, but you have to let us know. Some individuals are off island, some individuals are, just all over the world. So we have them at the various parish offices, we have them across the regions, we have them at the training-based enterprise. If you have not gotten your certificate, just reach out to us and we will provide it for you. So that's 876-99-43278.
Perfect. The other thing is, before we go into our crescendo, there's an assumption that HEART is just for young people. Is that true?
No, that is not true. Remember, I told you that you can get in, Minister, and we know that you're not young. So
you know something. You know what? May I have a conversation with the board chairman? We need to put some enhanced protect. So tell me, so if let's say this person, I am 50 years old, I was a part of HEART where I was placed in on-the-job training and was supervised, but I can't find any documents to show. How can I go about obtaining such documents? Do you assist them in getting the documents?
We can reach out to them. They can reach out to us and give us their specifics, and we'll be able to source for them for sure. Because with every certificate, there's a copy, there's a particular tracker to find that. So we'll be able to help them in restoring that.
So like Gummy Beer, who has lost his certificate, he can now call 99 HEART.
Yes, but not with Gummy Beer name, because we wouldn't find we wouldn't find Gummy Beer at all.
Do you have a degree program for plumbing?
That would be level 5. So our degree programs would be offered at the VTDI, the Vocational Training Development Institute.
All right, perfect. So we have Dr. Ingleton, the questions are coming in crazy. Now, where do I get the business management training? Do you give business management training?
Yes, project management, business management.
Where do they get this training?
So they just need, as we said, just call 876-99-43278. We'll be able to tell you what's the schedule for the business management training, what's the schedule for the project management training in terms of start date, and we'll be able to get you registered, enrolled.
Does HEART class in 4 parts do certificate in cooking? I don't know which one is
4 parts would be, that sounds like Ebony Park. That's 4 parts is somewhere around there. So yes, we Ebony Park does offer certification in cooking.
All right. The question another person is asking before we go to the other one. What about security camera system and alarm system? Does HEART do that?
All right. So we have what we call the HEART College of Innovation and Technology.
Right.
And that particular entity is focused on information security.
Mm-hmm.
So that training will be offered in that location.
Well, HEART is a thing for all men and women.
Yes.
We don't do everything, man. Nadine, we have to do a HEART course together. Nadine, you can do the plumbing, I do the electrical. Question. The other question is, the person says that, do you offer extra classes for high school students who need extra help?
So you would have to come through the high school diploma equivalency program. So we don't offer extra classes like in geography or IT, or you're doing your CXCs and you want extra class. No, we do not offer that. It will have to be a case where there will have been
in school, right?
Right, and right. Yes, we couldn't be doing
I am
that,
40 and want to enter the CCNA program. What is that?
CCNA? I don't know that.
I don't know if that is HEART. Well, I was told that I need to have 4.
But at 40, you'd be fine because minister is older and he's coming in. So 40 would be okay.
Tanya, mind me the people them think say you tell the truth in Tanya. It's not true. Mind me I call her Tanya because she behaves like Tanya now. You're not a Tanisha, you're now a Tanya. So part of the reason why we're here today is that we have something very important to talk about.
The person that spoke about the CCNA,
yes,
it's actually the Cisco Certified Network Associate. What would you do? Offer it at the Heart College of Innovation and Technology.
Computer security courses?
Yes, at the Heart College of Innovation and Technology.
Okay.
Allied Health, yes.
So
Allied Health.
Cisco, okay. So you did say it. It's GRHMA. I think they got the answer that they want. What was the question? Is web developer for free? That's what he's asking. Everything is.
Well, there's mobile application development. There's mobile robotics. There's coding.
So CCNA is offered at the Innovation Institute?
Yes, and coding is offered at the Stony Hill campus. And we partner with the Amber group to offer coding, and that program is going extremely well.
And they're saying, but you need. So he's saying that you need 4 CXCs, but logically to do something at that level, you would need some CXCs.
Coding, yes. There has to be a base for coding.
Right.
But where the gaps are, we do take individuals who perhaps do not have the 4, and where the gaps are, we do the work to fill those gaps.
I did my NCT vet exam at Jonathan Grant High School in Spanish Town from December of last year. How can I get my certificate? Or I still can't get my certificate.
All right, so send that message to us directly. One phone call to 87699-HEART, and even if you go on our IG page and under any of the postings, you put a message, we will contact you. And if you can do that, there's a private messaging in IG too, and we'll pick that up and we'll communicate with you.
Do you do nurses training as well?
Well, we focus on allied health because we know there is a there's a specialized
so we have nursing schools.
So right? So we do the allied health, the support piece to that. Yes.
All right. Now, to talk about not what we actually came here to talk about, but a very important part of what we came to talk about. This morning, along with Minister Dana Morris-Dixon, as well as Minister Favour Williams and yourself, Dr. Ingleton,
yes,
you launched a program called LIFT.
Yes, we did.
Learning and Investment for Transformation.
Yes.
What is that?
The LIFT program is really designed to provide or out of school or high school leavers with the requisite knowledge, skills, and competencies for the world of work. So essentially, it is a jump start to your career. Many of us had to go through it the very difficult way, where we left school, we had no prior training, no experience, no internship period, and we had to enter that workplace and really struggle along the way to get to understand the corporate world, the public service, and we made a lot of mistakes along the way. We can change that for young people by giving them the tools, equipping them to operate effectively in the workspace. And so we will take them through 8 weeks skills training to help them to work on their employability skills, those transversal skills, those leadership pieces, personal development, decorum. How do you carry yourself in the workspace?
Let us start at the beginning. So you're going to apply to HEART as a student who left either 5th form or 6th form.
Yes. And
HEART is going to send it to an 8-week program initially.
That's right.
And then HEART is going to employ you.
No, HEART is going to place you.
So you're going to place in a job.
And you can be placed in HEART too, because HEART is one of the placement
so you
agencies.
Placed in a job by HEART.
That is right.
After that 8-week assessment and training.
Straight in a job.
And it's voluntary, right?
It's voluntary.
So you're not going to get paid.
No. We do have things for $0, but for this program, you actually get $85,000.
$85,000 for the whole program for the year?
No, every month, every single month, you get $85,000.
You're paying them to come to be trained.
We are providing personal development, social development that will lead to economic advancement.
So hold on. So, me kind of You know, so you see, everybody in the studio is a bit shocked because so you're gonna take a student who just leave high school with no experience, no training in anything whatsoever. You're gonna place them in a job and you're gonna pay them $85,000 a month.
Yes. But I want to tell you a little bit about that 85. You get 70,000 in hand, and we put the 15,000 per month in a bank account for you
so
to ensure
so
that
you're
you're
gonna make a bank account for them as well?
Yes, man, we're going to open an account for them.
It's not your job.
But we have to ensure the social mobility of our young people. And part of social mobility is having a bank account, having a passport, having a TRN.
Are you giving them all of those things?
We are taking them through all of that. And the driver's license. You're going to learn to drive vehicle.
I am trying to understand this. So you don't have no hold on. So you don't have no experience. You just leave high school. Heart is gonna put you in a job, pay $85,000 a month, 15,000 out of that. You're going to get a bank account and they're going to save that. They're going to give you a driver's license. They're going to give you a passport. They're going to give you a NIS. You're going to get a TRN.
Yes.
They're going to give you a kitchen sink and plate. So essentially, you're building somebody.
Yes, we have a responsibility, Minister, to get more Jamaicans into the labor force with work-ready attitudes. That is a responsibility of the trust.
How much people you're planning to do this for?
We are doing this for 500 school leavers for 5 years. That's 2,500.
So every year you're gonna take 500 people, young people, passport, TRN, driver's license, stipend. Yeah. At the end of the day, how much money them are gonna have in their bank account at the end of the day?
So let's do the math. So 12 months at 15,000. That's what you're saving, you know. Because I expect you to save from the 70,000 too. So what you're guaranteed, 12 months at 15,000 is 180,000 you will walk away with. Even if you didn't save anything from the 70,000, you will have 180,000 at the end of 1 year.
So not only you're going to leave with a passport, a driver's license, a TRN, NIS, job experience, and 180,000.
And any of these firms, any of these NDAs or private sector entity can decide to call you back at the end of your year. They can keep you if you work well.
Or you can go to university and
you
so
can
on.
Go on to
what
university.
What impact do you think this will have on these 500 kids? Because this is revolutionary.
I think it's transformational because part of the process is that coaching and mentoring, which is deliberate, that you get with that experience. Those of us who didn't go through that, we had to learn along the way. But within this program, we will be communicating with our MDAs to provide that sort of supervision, that sort of oversight, recognizing that you have a lift trainee in your space and you have a social responsibility to build that individual in a very systematic and deliberate way. So they're going to walk away after a year, if they walk away and the organization doesn't choose to take them up, with a lot of experience with network, with a wide network at that tender age in the organization, $180,000 if you don't save any more money, and all of those social mobility documents.
You want to come on the live? Come to the interview. Come now. No, all right. So I need a moment. MOEY is on the live? That's brilliant. Wonderful. So who from MOEY is there? Oh, wonderful. Welcome to the Ministry of Education and Youth, who is a partner in this program. But Dr. Ingleton, fun and jokes aside though, one of the fundamental problems that we have had as a society is that we have kids who leave high school who are not ready to go to university or tertiary, and they would love to have a little bit of experience. But when they go to the employer, they say, well, I can't hire you because you don't have any experience. No, you're giving them that experience.
They will have that experience. And I think that is the most amazing thing, because they get to write that resume. They get to write that resume being employed at NHT, NWA, PIOJ, Port Authority, Customs. I mean, all these organizations that perhaps if you didn't have this opportunity, perhaps it would have been difficult to get in. But having that opportunity to be placed in those areas will give you a competitive advantage.
So we have some questions on the GIS chat, and I think it's in relation to this initiative. most initiatives are launched for students who have C-sex subjects. What is in place for students without any subjects? You did mention that earlier.
So there's a starter. We're asking for at least 3.
Right.
So we are all about ensuring that individuals understand the importance of working hard at school. So
and there are other programs for young people.
Yes,
who
there
don't
are
have
other
CXC
there are other
subjects.
pathways for
Right.
those who don't have.
Do all
CXC
students who
subjects.
apply to HEART get a place?
Within the lift, if we're referring to the lift, we're targeting 500 this year. So all 500 will be placed.
But then you have other programs that you can, for those who didn't get a place,
That is right. There's a graduate work experience program. There's the HOPE program that is still going on and it's very vibrant. So there are different programs that we offer. The lift is a specialized offering, a specialized internship.
Do you
for the
allow
next 5
students
to 10
to
years.
resit math and English at HEART? And this is all coming from the Jamaica Information.
Yes, we do allow
Service
students
page.
to resit math and English at HEART through the high school diploma equivalency program.
So tell us, Dr. Ingleton, so you want to be a part of the LIFT program. How do you become a part of the LIFT program?
So we are all about accessibility and inclusivity. So if it is that you live in Frankfield, Clarendon, you're from where I'm from, or from the bush that minister is from. Which bush are you from, minister? Which one of the bush?
You know, say my town bigger than Frankfield. My town is bigger than Frankfield. You see, let me tell you what Tanisha is doing here. Or as I say, what the person name again? Tanya. So Tanya knows the beam in her eye, you know. So she will find somebody else eye if you talk about. You know, the thing with them say take the beam out of your eye before you whatever. So you know, deflection is the best defense, you know. Anyway.
So we want to ensure access. So we will be placing the application forms across the constituency offices. Everybody would know where their constituency office is. And once you go there, you can access that form and fill it out and be part of this. We've also asked, because we're looking at mobility, individuals who can mobilize the communities and really sell this program. So we've asked the members of parliament to really mobilize their communities, to speak about the lift, to encourage individuals to be part of it. So you will be hearing more about it through that avenue as well.
We have some more questions. One, drywall installation is another big thing.
Yes, we offer that.
Where do you offer
drywall installation and plastering, HEART College of Construction Services. That's Portmore, right out there in Portmore.
Right. And
there are other areas too.
This person is asking about that. There's another person who says that they don't offer. Let me see if I can find it. It's hard to find. There's no such degree program for plumbing at VDTI. Can you? I trust you. We can clarify that.
We can clarify that, but
Right.
VDTI would be the entity that would offer most of our degree programs.
All right, Dr. Ingleton, thank
And
you.
they are no longer with the trust. We need to make that clear. That they are
VDTI
now
is now
with the Ministry of Education.
Right,
Yes.
so Vocational Training Institute is now an agency
Of the
of the
MOE.
Ministry of Education and Youth.
That's right.
No. So I am now in the LIFT program.
Yes.
I've done my passport, I've done my TR, and I still can't believe that you're giving them all of this, you know,
Yes.
for free. I've done my
For
TR
$0.
for $0.
Yes.
I've done my TR and I've done my NIS. I got my passport. I did my driver's license training. I am now working at, let's say, NWA, National Works Agency. What happens at the end of my tenure? Do I get a certificate or do I get anything to say I was a part of this program?
Right. So we would equip you with the enhanced job readiness certificate.
What does that mean? That sounds like a lot of big words.
So what this does, it will help your next employer to understand the different skills that you come with in terms of those
So you'll be
employability.
assessed at the end of your...
Yes, and you get that enhanced job readiness certification.
How valuable is that certification in Jamaica?
It is valuable in that employers want to know that the person that they're taking in, especially if it's a young person, a fresh person coming out of high school, in this case would have gotten a 1-year internship. What is it that they really possess? how can they support the vision and the mission of this organization? What work do we need to do? You know, is it going to be a high learning curve, or is this person really work ready? So that is what that certificate will help us, or the employers, to understand what the individual is coming with.
Is there any program where we can seek financial support for school? But it's free. I mean, most of the programs are free, so you don't need school fees to go to HEART and those things.
No, I think these people are referring to perhaps seeking financial support for going into a high school. That wouldn't be us. That would be the Ministry of Education.
Now, so let me ask this. So, is there any plan to expand the LIFT program, or are you doing the testing phase this year to see?
I think we're focusing on the pilot phase this year. And we definitely have a 2,500 target for the next 5 years, but we will see what this year looks like. We'll see the reaction of the MDAs, and the PSOJ is on board with us. They will be getting about 100 placements, and we're going to be tracking it and really monitoring it to see what the gains are, the lessons learned, and depending on that, we may very well expand.
So, all right. So, just to recap about the LIFT program, you'll be engaging 500 young people who are over 17 years old.
Yes.
Who have either left fifth form or left sixth form.
That's right.
Does it matter whether they left fifth form a year ago or 2 years ago?
Well, we are focusing on the age is important. So 17 years, some people perhaps would have left a little earlier. So the focus is on the 17 years. So once you hit that mark, you're fine to come in.
And is there an upper limit? What if I left sixth form 5 years ago?
You would be a little bit out of the lift.
Okay.
So we will have other engagements for you.
So for those who left sixth form or fifth form, who want to participate in a kind of job placement and mentorship program with a focus on life skills, LIFT is for them. And in order to access LIFT, you can apply online at
there's the constituency offices for ease of access,
or online at HEART. Right. And then HEART will now go through a process of picking out the 500 that qualify.
We will a rigorous process ensuring
what is the
inclusivity.
Of application?
So that's August 10 to 31st. So it's a long stretch. What date is today? Today's the 9th. So we start tomorrow all the way up to the 31st.
And so you'll be having like orientation and those things.
Yes, orientation, diagnostic testing, all of that will happen in September.
For those who don't qualify for LIFT, is it a plan to just try to channel them in other things? Well, they apply and they don't qualify?
Because we have a lot of offerings. We have the JNSC.
What is that?
That's the Jamaica National Service Corps.
Right.
So we are now working with JDF to build out those numbers. We are looking at a target of about 2,000 this year. So if it is that you do not qualify for the LIFT, there are other avenues that we can steer or young people.
So you have JNSC and you have the LIFT program. Is there any other program that you want to mention?
Yes, we have the Graduate Work Experience program. We have thank you. We have the Graduate Work Experience program. We have I spoke about the National Service Corps. We have the Empowerment program, and this is for persons with disabilities. We're all inclusive, 17 to 34 years. We have the Hope Youth Summer program for 17 to 29 years. There's, of course, the job placement portal. If it is that you need to be placed in a particular job, we'll use that particular portal to help us. We also offer grant funding and business development services. We do give $300,000 to our trainees, and we give up to $1 million for micro enterprises, micro entrepreneurs. So if you're a micro entrepreneur and you want to expand your business, it could even be in its embryonic stages. We help you with $1 million a startup.
You give $1 million?
Yes.
Listen, I need to see the job. See, Nadim, get up already. Nadim done. Nadim no longer wants. We have lost our engineer, people. Our engineer. Well, people, look here. The engineer says she don't want to be an engineer anymore. She goes to join HEART.
There's
Tanisha, why are you mashing up the people?
There's also the tertiary TVET scholarship.
Right.
So if it is that you want to do your degree in a technical vocational area, we offer you a scholarship. We offer students at CMU scholarship, students at NCU scholarship. If you want to push your education further, we offer that. And we have career guidance and advisement too, Nadine. So you want to change your career.
Nadine, you want to leave Love 101? You can go to HEART and they'll give you some advice. I think it's where you say no, Nadine, because your boss is outside standing up waiting.
So,
no, go ahead.
So, Minister, it's 6 regions. We're across the country, 6 regions, 26 institutions, 15 parish offices, and 41.
But we don't have 15 parish.
Because
so which parish
we just, it's not a parish, but we incorporate Portmore because you know Portmore have a lot of people.
You turn Portmore a parish already?
No, it's not a parish.
But you know the plan is to make it a parish.
But we do incorporate because of the number of individuals in the space, and we have 41 adult literacy centers.
Hold on. Before we go, we have 3 minutes. And this is something very important. I'm really sorry I never bring it up before.
But we can use the 3 minutes for you to create a jingle for Lift.
You want me to sing it?
Create a jingle for Lift, yes.
I'm singing a battery when it's short out. We're singing a battery when it's short. Nobody can hear it. Something there. Maybe we should have a competition and make somebody sing it. But adult literacy.
Yes.
A couple persons on our thing so that the boy they leave school and them never really get nothing. Some of them never finish read properly and so on. HEART helps with that.
Yes, through our high school diploma equivalency program.
So you can go to HEART, call HEART, and if you cannot read, they'll
take you to a HSTE. That's why we merged. We had the merger with JFLL and NYS. Yes,
Jamaica Foundation for Lifelong Learning.
Yes.
So if you cannot read, HEART will help you to read. If you don't have any CXCs, HEART will help you to get CXCs.
That is right.
If you don't have a skill, HEART will help you
that is right.
Job placement as well. Up to the associate degree level.
Yes. So we exist to serve. We exist to serve every Jamaican. That's why we're here, to serve every Jamaican and to build and sustain a globally competitive Jamaican workforce.
And
That's
listen,
why we do this.
I'm really thankful for Dr. Ingleton and her team for coming here. I think we should watch Nadine. She might leave with Dr. Ingleton today to go and get a job done at HEART.
Doing good work.
I see based on the response on our social media, I'm sure the persons who are listening on Love 101, the family station, would have been very educated as to some of the opportunities that HEART-NSTA presents. As usual, you know, this is what we do here. Before we close off, I want to ask Dr. Ingleton to give us some final words about HEART and the future of HEART, what HEART is planning to do for our young people.
Well, the Trust right now, we're modernizing our offerings. We recognize that the world is going into a particular direction in terms of digital transformation. So we're modernizing our offerings to offer more programs that are within that vein, the automation, the mechatronics, the mobile robotics, the geospatial technology. So if it is that you're so inclined, that is the space to be. But we do recognize the importance of our traditional programs. And so we're keeping those and we're expanding those. We want every Jamaican to know that where there is a skill, there is a way. If it is that you're equipped with a particular skill, you can pay your bills, you can advance in society, and we want everybody to understand that it doesn't matter if you didn't take that traditional academic route. There still is a place for you, and the same kind of technical competencies and cognitive capabilities that you would have needed to become a lawyer or a doctor, you need that same kind of technical competence and cognitive capabilities to be a plumber, to be an individual who does drywall plastering, to do massage therapy. So you are not second place. You are just as great. And the Trust is here to show you that, to help you to develop your passion so that you can have personal success, which will ultimately lead to the country's economic development.
Have you ever thought about going into motivational speaking? Because I feel like I can take on the whole of Jamaica right now after listening to that. But I really want to thank
It's
you.
the energy, Minister. It's your energy. It's your energy.
By the way, just to mention, somebody said to us that churches and so on can participate in the remedial education program with HEART.
Right, because we do partnerships with churches. We call them community training intervention. Right. So we do. So
nobody really ever know your business, so you can't read.
No, they don't have private.
I know a lot of people are very nervous because I know several people who can't read, but nobody would never know. You know, they're very good at
hiding it.
Yes. But I really want to thank you, Dr. Ingleton. I really want to thank you for joining us. I want to thank you and your team. It's now 11:57.
And you close out with a jingle.
You have a shower in here we can turn on? Because I'm not singing without the water running. I want to make sure when people say me can't sing, I say, no, the shower you're here. We really want to appreciate Dr. Ingleton for coming here. It's always good when we're able to give some information but have fun at the same time. I know that the persons who are listening, we're really happy with the information that we give. And I want to thank those on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, those on Love 101, the family station. We've been doing well over the past couple of weeks, giving you as much information as we can. I want to thank the team here from Love 101, the team from OPM, as well as the team from HEART. And most importantly, since we may not see her again after today, Nadine, who will be going to work at HEART Trust NTA as a young intern on the LIFT program. Nadine, take it away. Let us close off with some spiritual food. Until next time, goodbye TikTok. Goodbye everybody. Take care. Goodbye Love FM.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful day.
We are going up. We're going up together. We're going up together. We're going up to conquer. In the name of the Lord. In the name of the Lord. Say, we are going up. We are going up. We're going